Okay, today we are going to be doing a radiator install on the Can-Am Maverick X3. This covers all the models from 17 to 19 and all engine sizes. First, what we're going to do is remove the 4 bolts on the bottom here. Going to undo the bottom headlight bracket on both sides to where it connects to the fan shroud. And then we're going to undo the 2 side bolts here, the 2 bolts under the hood, and then there's a few clips underneath the plastics, this white plastic along this edge, and 1 bolt here, same on this other side. I've went ahead and got all that done. And just like that, we're to the radiator. I'm going to go ahead and unhook the hoses, drain the fluid, and we'll be back. Okay, I've got the bolts, the 4 bolts unhooked from the fan shroud that bolt the radiator to the shroud. I've unhooked, done the hoses, and the fluid's all drained. You can simply remove the radiator and set it out of the way. Now, you're going to take this front clip and we're going to remove these little side air dam pieces that look like this. What you're going to need to do with this, I don't know if we can see that line, you're going to need to measure down 5/8 of an inch, make a line, and take a straight edge. And we're going to push this tight up against this piece here, and this is the top of the air dam. Draw a line across that. Then you're going to remove a piece, cut it off with a sawzall, table saw, whatever you need to. I used a bandsaw. And you're going to move this little piece here just across the top of here and down that line, so it looks like this one here. Hey, I'll get this other one done and we'll go look at the radiator. Okay, now we have got the stock radiator out. We're going to do a little bit of changing out of the clips, but before I do that, I want to show you the difference between the stock radiator and the TCP radiator. First noticeable difference is stock radiator is 1.5 inches thick. Our radiator is 2¼ inches thick. Stock radiator is single pass. Ours is a triple pass, meaning that the coolant will come in, go across the top third, back across the middle third, and then out to the outlet on the bottom third. This one here is a high efficiency version. And we also have a mud version. Mud version allows for dirt, debris, and mud to flow through and not create blockage, so you still get airflow, allowing you to stay cool while having fun. Okay, now when we remove these clips, what we're going to do is move them from the stock to the TCP radiator. If by chance you pull the clips off and forget what ones you pull them off of, the fan side, so the outlet side, fan side of the radiator, is the outer 4 corners. And then on the top, where the vent is, they are on the inside holes. And it's just on the top, there's none on the front bottom. Hey, now that we've got the clips changed out to the radiator, I'm going to go ahead and set this down on that plastic piece across the bottom. Go ahead and put your bolts in to hold the fan shroud or the radiator to the fan shroud. Next we can go to hooking up the hoses. First we're going to start with this bottom outlet. Here what we've got is Can-Am did a split year in 18. So 17 and some of the 18 models have an outlet down to the bottom of the radiator. And some of the 18 and 19 models have the outlet up here. So what you got to do is, if you have the 17 and or an 18 model with the outlet down here, simply cut the zip tie where it holds onto the fan shroud, raise the hose up, put your hose clamp on, and then find you a good, safe, secure spot to zip tie that hose up to where it's not rubbing anything and there's no kinks in the hose. If you have some of the 18 or the 19 model with the outlet up here, undo your zip tie, pull your hose down. There's enough slack in that hose that you can bring it down, put it on, and then re-zip tie it to the spot on the fan shroud where it was originally. Then up here to the upper hose, go ahead and put your upper hose on. And hold off on this upper vent hose. What we're going to do is I go ahead and start filling the coolant back at the back of the machine, and when coolant comes out of this vent tube, I go ahead and hook up my vent hose. Saves a little bit of time bleeding air out of the system that way, and we'll be back. Okay, now we've got coolant in there. I went ahead and got the air dams cut and re-bolted back on. You go ahead and set all this back on. Get everything, the headlight brackets back in the little holes, mounting holes they have there. Okay, at this point, you can go ahead and start bolting up everything. What we have is in this kit, we supply you with a couple spacers like this and a couple bolts. And what they're for is, once you get everything bolted up here, these bolts down here, these two bolts here, the spacer is going to go in between the frame, and you'll take the wash that comes with the bolt and go ahead and tighten them down. Do that on the other side. Over here, take this. This bolt here, you'll have to take and pull the plastics. There's a little bit of flex in them. What you'll do is you'll just have to kind of bend the plastics up to where they'll line back up and put the screw in the hole there. Once you get everything bolted together, your clips clip back to your headlights, to your running lights, and you've got everything bolted together. Go ahead and run the outfit and bleed it to Can-Am's bleeding procedure, and enjoy.